Revenge F? Well, I know what the F stands for. It's for the feels. The feels, guys. They're real feels. That's right, everyone. Dragon Ball episode 107 is out now, and there's a lot to talk about here. Revenge F. A Cunning Trap is set? Lord Frieza, I have a cunning plan. Before we begin the review, thank you so much for clicking on it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates like this and anything concerning Dragon Ball, as well as clicking the bell icon so you actually get updates straight to your smart device. Where we last left off, Tenshinhan took out Universe 2's Hemilla in a spectacular, sacrificial way. If you're going down, I'm taking you with me. In fact, the entire climax was just spectacular. So Universe 7 is down to 8 people, and considering there's actually less than 40 combatants left in the tournament, that's not bad. It looks like Universe 6 and 7 are going to be the heavy hitters. Well, I mean, at least in terms of numbers. Speaking of Universe 6, Frost has now reappeared from the shadows. It looks like his and Frieza's plan is about to be set in motion. I mean, Frost has certainly got the motive. He's grown a lot of confidence since we last saw him groveling at Hit's feet. And you know when a character is serious when his eyes are glowing red. Did I mention that I am a villain? He's got yet another motive. If Universe 6 wins the Tournament of Power, Champa will, in theory, grant him a pardon for all of his crimes. It's a bold request given how tight Champa is, as well as all the antics that Frost got up to during the Universe 6-7 fight. But I must say that conservatory is just simply dazzling. Vados, you have good taste. However, much like Frieza, Frost, now he can actually show his true colours, is able to play people like chumps. He promises to disrupt Universe 7 directly, and that definitely gets good old Champa's attention. Oh yeah, I completely forgot this is the beginning of the episode. We have to have some kind of fluff involving the Omni King, so here we go! Time for us to learn how to count with the Omni Kings! It's not a very successful program. It's a very short lesson, but at least we're spared the gimmick when the Grand Priest actually gives us the number of combatants remaining. It's 36, by the way. Thanks, GP! But we're not done with the Zenos yet. They're rolling around the number 36 as if they've never heard that number before. But I guess they're Omni Kings. They don't have to learn numbers. They just know how to blow things up. I don't know whether this is meant to be filler or they genuinely don't know how to count. But wait. We're given even more filler time because it's 10 episodes since the Tournament of Power started, to actually give a report on who's remaining in the tournament. Oh, goody! Well, I mean, at least this fluff has some kind of practical purpose, I guess. First up is Universe 2 with 6 of the 10 fighters remaining. Universe 3 has 7 fighters. Don't let the fact that you can only see 2 fool you. It's quite clear that there are going to be 2 that you can't really see, kind of like an Ant-Man sort of thing in Civil War. Universe 6 has 8 fighters remaining, including the 2 Namekians that were revealed quite a few episodes ago, and you can actually see them if you look really carefully. Universe 7 also has 8 fighters remaining, as well as the Omni Kings clearly showing their bias by going, oh look, Goku's crew's got a lot of people left in it! Yeah, they still remember his name. And then of course Universe 11 has 3 fighters remaining, but those 3 fighters are as tough as old nails. Shin then states that, oh good, they got lots of people left, that means they're covering each other, oh good! But he clearly forgets the fact that they let their guards down just as frequently. Beerus is still looking quite worried though. Remember what I said just a few moments ago? There are 2 fighters in Universe 4's roster that you can't see. They are there, but they're not visible to us. Krillin and Tenshinhan sort of get it. I know what they're up to now. I know what their exact purpose is. They are now exposition machines, of course! Now they can actually talk amongst themselves and Beerus can go like, it turns out that they're going to be doing that sort of plan. Oh, they're going to be doing that kind of plan? Oh, why, of course. Why didn't I think of that with my martial arts brains? Oh, you mortals are so funny. Do you have any food? Well, at least Whis is chipping in instead of just being a neutral bystander. That's something. Universe 11 isn't worried about the fact they only have 3 fighters remaining either. And remember, those 3 fighters are Dispo, Toppo, and Jiren. Probably the strongest fighters in the entire tournament. I think we're good. Those guys are basically as strong as an entire team of 10, if not more so. You don't want to go up against their glorious space alien booties. But then their booties are put to the test when Universe 3's Majikayo then slithers up, literally, to them and then actually wants to test their might. He tries to jump Jiren, but then is kicked in the face by Dispo because he's fast like that. Then of course we get another Justice attack with Dispo's Justice Crush! Hey, it's got the word justice in it, I'll roll with it. Ah, yes, of course. MASAKO then goes the, my god, you blasted me into pieces, oh, the pain motif. Do you remember this? This is the exact same thing that Perfect Cell did to Vegeta, and you know how that turned out. MASAKO looks pained, but you know he's going to be okay, given that he's just a big gob of goo. It's funny to say. Gob of goo. Dispo goes in for the finisher and is specifically told by the guys not to let your guard down, only to let his guard down. Again. Fun fact, MASAKO's name means really or seriously in Japanese. It's just the reaction that many people would have when they just see this big blob going after them and going, really? I see what you did there, Toriyama, good one. MASAKO then binds himself to Dispo and threatens to cut off the old rabbit's ears. Ooh, that's not good. Even Toppo's horrified by this prospect. But then Jiren steps up to the plate finally and actively does something. And you know that stuff is about to go down when Jiren actually speaks. He just says, move, I'll go. And you go, ooh, Jiren is so intimidating. He only has to say one word, and he's giving me the vapors. Oh. It's clear that MASAKO is about to lose spectacularly. If Jiren's your bro, that's all you need to know. I mean, hey, at least we're getting to see Jiren actively fighting someone. The stage is set for Jiren and MASAKO to duke it out with fists of fury, and one of the fists is as huge as the entire stadium. Yeah, that's kind of goofy, but also really, really intimidating. But remember, this is Jiren we're talking about here. You know how this is going to play out? Yeah, Jiren actually decides to use his fist of his own. And by actually not using the fist, but the force of it, to blow away MASAKO entirely out of the ring. Yeah, so much for that. Despite Universe 6's Supreme Kai's extreme worries about Jiren, Champa isn't too bothered about that right now. He is focused squarely on Universe 7. And I think that that focus is going to be his undoing later on. He is only wanting to take out Universe 7. I think that's going to be a problem given how at least a few of your fighters actually like Universe 7. Namely Kaba, Caulifla, and Kale. They don't want to necessarily take them out just yet. But Vardos, thank you Vards, points out that Frost's plan is about to begin and that it should make for some good entertainment. We then cut to Roshi, who is still recovering from his tussle in episode 105. Remember, that tussle was actually just a couple of minutes ago, despite the fact that it was actually 3 weeks ago, episode-wise. Frost then chooses to torment the old man through the power of echoey voices. Then comes a smackdown on Roshi. Goku would go and try and help him, but he's then accosted by Universe 2's Ribrianne, who wants to get her revenge on her fallen comrade. Looks like the writers have got an idea in mind that they don't want the main character interfering with it, unlike in episode 105. Frost seems to revel in the situation now he is free to actually be a scummy guy in public, and torments the old man even more. Well, about as much as you can on Sunday morning Japanese TV. But wait, Roshi isn't going down just yet. Roshi busts up to his strong state and is able to hold his own and punch Frost somewhat effectively. And remember, Frost is pretty much as strong in his final form as Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Roshi? Frost? Power scalers, do you need a tissue right now? Do you need a hug? Roshi whips out the Mafuba again. Does it work? What do you expect in Super? Not quite. But it seems like Roshi, out of desperation, wanted to get the job done fast and frantically pushed him down and hopefully into the bottle. But no, turns out Roshi missed. So yeah, Frost got a free pass, but it still rattled the trickster. What rattles him even more is that Vegeta, the guy who took him out in the Universe 6-7 tournament a while back, is nearby and could interfere with him should he actually choose to go after Frost again. But if he chooses to attract Vegeta's attention on his own terms, that's an entirely different thing. And then we get this horrifying smirk. Ugh. Frost then aims a death beam at Roshi's head, but before he can actually do the deed, Vegeta then comes in and just kicks Frost in the face. I don't know whether this was a plan or not, but still, it looks really cool, and I needed that. But yeah, something tells me that this was part of the plan. Cue the long and drawn-out strength comparison between Frost and Vegeta. Oh, I'm stronger than we last met, and I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. I will take you all out. Oh no, don't mind me. I'm much weaker compared to you, almighty Vegeta boy. At this point, Vegeta, don't listen to a word that Frost is saying. He is playing you. Who am I kidding? This is cheats. He gets played all the time. But not this time, though. I guess Frost is just a really bad actor. Vegeta in the face! Didn't expect that. Vegeta is now rocking some very fetching lava rock earmuffs, so that means he can't hear Vegeta saying any nasty words to him. But then Roshi wants to step in again and use the Mafaba for a third time in almost as many minutes. That cannot be good. But Roshi is resolute. He is determined to make this his final Mafaba, and he is actually kind of correct, but not for all the right ways. Frost has waited for Roshi to do this, and literally picks up the Mafuba, and then chooses to either use it against Roshi or Vegeta. Yeah, this is new, and I like it. And of course he chooses Vegeta. Yeah, Roshi breaks the bottle, so that means it won't work on Vegeta, but it will still work because Roshi had another bottle that he intended for Frost. Oh man, the twists here. Yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. This is much better than the previous episode. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking that, oh my god, has Frost learnt the Mafaba now? Hacks! I call hacks! But I reckon it's easier to actually manipulate one that's already been made rather than actually conjuring one up on your own. Then again, if Trunks can learn it via a GodTube video from Piccolo, then anything is possible nowadays. Don't expect this to last too long though, this is just a moment of suspense. Roshi then tries to save his comrade and throws an energy blast at Frost's direction, but it doesn't work. Or does it? Frost laughs it off, but no, it's one of those directional dealies. It might not be strong enough to take him out, but it is strong enough to take out a bottle. Now released, Vegeta is not in the mood to toy with anyone. He is going blue right now, which not even Vegeta can stand up against. He still has eyes. Frost uses this moment to escape the situation and leave his comrade behind. Yep, Frost is indeed showing his true colours. Vegeta then sort of tells Roshi that he did a good job and suggests that the old man retire now. He's done his time. But it actually does mean that Roshi has participated in the tournament and left it undefeated. He left on his own terms, and that is good going for a character that everybody derided, myself somewhat included. I really do have newfound respect for the guy, and even Beerus does. The fact that this god of destruction who's been entirely selfish for most of Super can actually show such emotions as respect, pride, happiness, and just general appreciation is really refreshing, and I sort of teared up actually, the fact that Beerus could be proud of somebody, and Roshi of all people. The episode ends with Vegeta walking back into the fray more determined than ever, and Goku squaring up against Ribrianne for what we will expect in episode 108. All in all, this was a really great episode. After the damp squib that was episode 106, 107 was a fantastic turnaround. Also, yeah, my theory that I had that the ending theme currently is just the lineup of people from Universe 7 dropping out, yeah, that's been debunked. And I think that was also deliberate on Toei's part. I got played by them. It looks like that was a really good bait and switch. I will hold my hand up and admit that I got fooled. As for this episode, it was a pretty well animated and paced storyline with many different interactions from many different fighters. We got to see some more action from Universe 3, we got to see Jiren actively participating for once, and as well, the Frost Freezer plan beginning to show its face after 10 episodes. And quite clearly, it's about to blossom in episode 108. But I shall wait until then to discuss it further. It may be a bumpy ride, but the Tournament of Power arc is looking to be like a very good one for Super. But anyway, that was my review for Dragon Ball Super episode 107. Tune in next time for my review of episode 108. Until then, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later!